Howdy and welcome to Mykala's Mom. My name is Mykala Sinclair. I know I dropped that cute intro and then seemingly... But listen, I'm back and I have something new for you all. I want to introduce you all to a special new segment called Story Time. It's a time where I tell you all stories. In today's story is about a Halloween party I threw in my junior year of high school, and to assist me in telling you all this delicious story, I have special guest, my mom.
My name is Terry Sinclair. I'm Mykala Sinclair's mother.
And my auntie Mildred.
Yes.
A little context before we dive in. I used to throw kickbacks. I'm not sure exactly how I started. I really, honestly and truly enjoy parties. I enjoy parties because I like dancing and dancing with others. I like music. I like to feel the music. I like the vibe of lights going, just the atmosphere. It's just something about everyone letting loose together in a safe space. It's very vulnerable and I'm into it. So anyway, me and my friends would kick it. My parents were gracious enough to let me use the house. I would DJ, we had games, it was just a lot of fun. My friends and I were talking, and we talked about, like raising this up a level, going upscale outside the house, inviting more people in. And initially I was going to use the house, but it's my house. So if strangers come to my house, I don't know what the strangers are going to do at my house. And so it was important to not have it at my house, to instead have it in a new location. So I brought it to my mother, and she was open to it. She was like, yeah, I think this is a good idea. And I was like, yeah, we could make profit from this too, since we're inviting strangers. $5 for the party. And that way that the money can be used for, college things or prepping for senior year, because senior year is expensive. Why? And so my mom and I agreed.
I could rent a place and we get drinks and so forth. I mean, not hard liquor. I mean, as far as water and Gatorade for the people dancing. Not that kind of mom.
Anyway, so yeah, raising money for all that. And I got to working on marketing, brought it to my dad for sound. My father does sound, and lights, and so those things. And then we recruited my auntie Mildred to sell refreshments, Gatorades and waters to be exact, because we knew that dancing will be happening. Thus, folks will get thirsty.
We had a venue, and so we recruited some other family members to help us. Auntie Mildred is a police officer, so we asked her to. And we used to be a security guard, so we asked her to wear her old security guard uniform or something.
I was at home in my bed chilling, because that's what I do. Got a phone call from Terry, and she said, Terry, which is my sister, Mickey, I need you to come and help with the party. I said, when? She said, now. I said, what? You want me to get out of the bed and come help with a party? She said, yes, it's for Mykala, please. I said, you know what? I said, if you hadn't said it was for Mykala, ain't no way you got me out of bed. Came in, my assignments was to sell the drinks and take the money.
I was going to work the door to take in the money and to step the hand. Her father was going to work security up front, and I think she was a cheerleader or something. She was flowing back and forth. Her brother was there to support. He brought his friend, and Mykala was going to DJ.
marketing. I was on my picnic. I was on my early Photoshop, and I assembled together a nice little Halloween flyer that I circulated through the social medias that were popping at the time, aka Facebook, Snapchat, and early Instagram.
And so she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna invite all those. I'm just gonna put this out on Instagram or something, and all the schools." Lo and behold, it's like every school said, "Okay." Started out with her school. That school came, and some people wearing costumes and everything, and the party got started. Da 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 da.
The venue, also shout out to my father, was from a Connect, and so it was a nice studio, had an open space, had a projector, had a little opening for the concession, had a back studio area where all the instruments were, so we knew we had to be careful. There were some albums on the wall. It was just a nice vibe. A nice vibe indeed. Day of the party, I dressed up. It's a Halloween party, so I encourage costumes. I believe I had a nun costume. Some of my other friends dressed up, showed up, so it was the early part of the party where everyone was like, "Oh my God, you look so good. Oh my God, it's going to be so much fun. Oh my God, yeah, the music's on. Oh my God." So that was happening, right? And then as time goes by, more people trickle in, more dances happening. I'm like, DJ.
Oh yeah, it was fired up. It was nice. And it was lights all over the place. It was real nice.
They were dancing. We didn't even have to try to get the party started with anybody dancing. They just came on in with it. They were ready to have fun.
And then more time comes, more people come in, more dancing happening. Eventually, the place got packed. The place did indeed get packed so much that not only were we sweating, I had to take part of my costume off because it was so hot, but also the walls and the floors.
And I remember that it was the place was full. I mean, it was just really rubbing. You just get close to each other. And
really, every surface was sweating, and that's when we realized we had reached, maybe even went a tinge over capacity.
So I was like, "Oh my God, it's too many people," but they were enjoying themselves, and some of them got really hot, but they wouldn't leave. And I had brought fans in, and we put fans out there on them. And we had, now mind you, this is Halloween time, so it's October. It was still hot, and we just started giving away drinks. We was going to charge at first, but some people were so hot. We just started giving them. Mykala said, "Just give it to them." Another high school came, and I said, "Hey, I can't let you guys in because it's over capacity. It's a fire hazard. I can't let you in. I'm not going to take your money. But some people leave out. You guys can come in." And it's like, "Yes, ma'am." But I thought they were leaving. They didn't. They were waiting. And so my sister, unfortunately, parked in a bad location. And so since the people couldn't come in, some of the teenager girls were down there and decided to twerk. And they needed something to rush their hands on so they could twerk better. So they used her car as a place to rest their hands so they could twerk. And so the guys start getting excited. Oh! And so the girls, I guess, were just really deeply involved. So they put dents in my sister's car. So I asked people to leave, and they wouldn't leave. Someone said it was about to be a fight. So I went out there and tried to separate the fight. Remind you, I'm like 5'1", and these guys are like 6'1" or whatever, 6'2", 3", whatever. And they were going to jump on that guy for some reason. And I was like, in the middle of them, I was like, "No, just go home." Telling the other guy, "Move, go home. You guys stop." And I'm in the middle of these two guys. Next thing you know, they start fighting all around me. But nobody hits me. Nobody even hits me. I'm not even feeling the wind from the arms moving. Just woof, 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 woof. I'm just seeing movement. And I'm like, "Oh, they're fighting. I'm in the middle." So I just kind of ease on out like London bridges. I just kind of go under the bridge. I told the crowd, I was like, "Hey, you guys to leave because I'm going to call the police." And so then some people start leaving. And also the other guy was like, the guy that, got jumped on. He's like, "I've called my uncle." And his uncle was coming up there. And so people was like, "Oh, I don't know if they knew the uncle." But they all start leaving. So I went up there to call the police, but I asked the police, I said, "Hey," "but these are teenagers. So don't come up here with your gun, please. Don't arrest anybody. These are students." They said, yes, ma'am. So they came up, and they were just a presence. They just parked up, and people just start leaving from the outside who didn't have permission to come in. They just start leaving.
Also, eventually, over time, that people were playing Frisbee with albums, with records. There were some people that tried to vouch that they were not aware that they were not Frisbees, but I would argue, you know a Frisbee when you see one. You know a Frisbee when you see one, so that was disrespect. That's when I knew we would be in trouble, and we were. He did indeed come back heated.
Then the owner of the club came, and he just, oh my God, he just hit the roof. He was so mad because I did not know that some of the students had accidentally knocked down some pictures, and they were playing Frisbee with some of the albums that were on the wall. And so he charged us more money for damage.
And people did get chewed out, but we did pay him. And I paid all those that assisted me in the party.
Yeah, but everything came out good. So the other guy was okay. The uncle came. Police did not make any arrests. My sister had to pay insurance for her pork damage. We made a lot of money anyway.
I was able to save some, use some for senior stuff, and just have fun. High school fun. Looking back, no complaints. No regrets.
I thought it was a nice party. Some people came with the costume. All the students were memorable, and I stand by that. They were having good, clean fun, and they wanted something fun to do. It's kind of away from school, but yet it was fun. Appreciate my family for all the support and help.
Hate that the damages in the fight happened. Don't like that. I would like to throw another party. When you throw a party, you can't anticipate everything, but there are things that I would change. To circle around the safe space, free, fun vibes. Like, if you're having a genuine good time, that's a party to me. So I want to throw one of those.
Hey, we need to throw another party.
To be continued. I wanted to share some pictures and videos from the party, but I can't find any. So if you were there at the party and you remember 2014 Halloween party, send them to me, alright? Anyway, this has been my story. Just remember, a party is not a party until you walk in. And that doesn't mean go wild, but it means just be you and have fun. That's a party. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching Mykala's Mine, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and hope. Just thinking and don't forget to like and subscribe, alright? If you like the story, like it for real. If you like the story, subscribe if you will. If you like this fireplace, like this. If you like the tea I'm drinking, like this. If you can guess the tea I'm drinking, 5 points. Anyway, I appreciate you all, and I will see you next time.